Hello, and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here, attempting to scrounge up something resembling a military fleet. We're at 612 power. We have several fleets going. We are in the negative on cash flow at the moment, but hopefully we'll be positive at some point in the near future. We are continuing to expand. We're improving our colonization. We're growing pretty sizably. We're still smaller than our closest enemy, but we are slowly attempting to devour every ounce of territory and population that we can. So right now I'm looking at taking these guys, and preferably these guys because these are Xenox, and I don't have any of them in my empire yet. So I would love to gobble that planet up. It is within a reasonable range of my other planets here, although it is kind of intertwined with some enemy empires. I kind of like the idea of taking it over. I think this fleet does have the strength to take it, and we have enough fuel. Everybody's refueled. Turns out when you just shove like 10 fuel ships into your fleet, seem to kind of get away with anything as far as that goes. So I'm thinking we might, because we're positive here now. I mean, it's negative cash, but we're positive on mood, so I shouldn't have to worry too much. Development will come with time, so I'm kind of feeling like we just take off and go. Let's just go take that planet while we can, if we can. I mean, it does have pretty sizable military. We'll get more bonuses than them. I'm not worried about the initial capturing of the planet. I'm worried about the rebellions and all the other stuff that comes with it after the fact. So that's all, very concerning, but we'll kind of see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and keep the ball rolling on here. So, sorry, I'm like adjusting stuff as I go here. Okay. So, we certainly have a lot of not friendliest people in our system, which is never great. Colonies that I'm trying to colonize, certainly there's a little bit of everything everywhere. A lot of stuff is specifically, oh, this must already be a colony. Yeah, this bug's still here apparently. So this is one of our planets, but it's still showing up in the new colonies list. Maybe it'll go away once I've fully colonized it. I don't know. But here we are with a laundry list of places we want to colonize. Negative cash flow, and we're just trying to limp through here. So I'm thinking we look at our dangerous locations template here. I'm thinking we might want to clean out some of these dangerous locations. So we have an attack fleet right here in this system. Oh, is that what's considered a dangerous location? So I'm not really wanting to upset too many people. I think I'm looking for creatures, and I want them distance from, I don't know, distance from selected item. Let me look at this. We must have just cleared this out. I feel like this doesn't have anything too crazily negative over here. Oh, and we're over here destroying their stuff, so that's fine. Alright, so you go sign that mission. We're good. We're clearing that out already. Should be no problem. Alright, so here we are clearing that stuff out. Didn't they have like a super big fleet over here somewhere? I feel like they did. Yeah, there's a pretty chunky fleet over there. So at this point, I not only want to expand, but I do want to get back to positive cash flow. And once I'm solidly positive cash flow, I do want to go and start building out more fleets, because like fleet power I'm way behind on, and I really need to invest, pretty heavily into that. I'm gonna go ahead and pause just for a second, and I just want to click through some of this planetary stuff real quick. And look at my spies. Look like we're stealing some stuff, which is great. That's what I want them to do. And then if I look at my colonies and I sort them by size, size is not population. Population is population. Who would have thought? All right, so let's go. I don't think I built anything on any of these planets. So this is going to be too expensive to pop on all my planets right now. But let's go ahead and at least slam down some planetary complexes. Hey, little development bonus there. I like that. I don't have the money, I don't think, to put this on every planet, but I do want to put it on most of my planets. They will eventually. Like, this is decently populated. It's not near the maximum, but I do think we can potentially turn that into a positive flow there. Yeah, there's no reason this shouldn't have. This should be on every one of our planets, and I probably shouldn't be going in reverse order. It's more valuable the more planets that have it on, like the bigger the population. So I'm pretty sure I put it on everything else though. So that did eat through a ton of my cash on hand, and I'm guessing the rest of them have it, but ultimately I think it will pay for itself on all those planets. But let's go ahead and battleship under attack, huh? Well, let's see how the Gravelex handle getting blasted by my ships. Yeah, not too well. Okay. I don't know why it just lagged up there pretty bad. All right, we're just gonna clear out all this junk from our planets. Oh. Hello. Okay, so we're around that planet, and its strength, I thought it was like 4,000 troop strength, and now it's like way less. And I'm wondering if they... Who is this? Oh, that's somebody else. Oh, did they try to invade them? And they weren't able to? I kind of hope that's the case. Oh, we have a chance of destroying a part of their fleet. Let's do that. Kind of like this. Oh wait, that's the independent ship. What the heck? All right, well, don't just stand around like idiots. Take this ship out. Well, I say is that we got beat up fairly, I mean, not bad, but they were attacking us. All right, I say we prepare an attack. And whoa, where did all those troops come from? See, I said prepare an attack, and it didn't. It just attacked. I don't know why. Okay, now we're invading. Still not landing everything. I don't know why. Yeah, now we're getting destroyed because we're not landing everything. What is going on here? All right, now we're landing more. Still not enough. Can we just land all of our troops, please? We have all the bonuses. At least all the bonuses we're gonna get. Okay, we went ahead and did that. I do want to land, unload troops. Please unload everything, because there's gonna be a rebellion. There already was. Immediately. We need to be able to fight that off. Might have to fight off a couple times. They are very angry. Alright, let's get that planetary thing under control. I think these guys were coming to try to take this, and we stole it out from under them. I think. I'm not sure. So what's engaging with what over here? That's what I don't understand. Are they attacking us? Yeah, I think we've unloaded all of our troops, right? So let's just set this as our home base for now. And I told it to guard it. I don't know why they weren't attacking. Right, well, they're flying off now, which is fine. They're trying to get me to build a lot of stuff, which I really don't have the money or ability to do that at the moment. Hoping these guys turn positive at some point in the relatively near future, because that would be fantastic. Between these two planets, we're likely to have some very negative cash flow for some time, until all the corruption is handled and development kicks up pretty significantly. The other thing I need to do is let's pop over to our colonies real quick and just make sure we have all of our population policies set the way we want them set. Apply to all grassland. Apply to all continental. You're new. I would like you to be... You're still very angry. Mostly because you're under development. So let's resettle everything. And I feel like it's the little T-Rex guys and... Oh, crap. What did I do? All right, the little T-Rex guys and what was the other one? Just the Xenox, right? Nothing else. Okay, so we're gonna apply that to all ice tundra colonies, right? Because we're good with these guys and these guys. They're both very happy on these types of planets. And let's get that population kind of spreading around and migrating. That would be really nice to get people that were, you know, assimilated into there. That would be very good, if possible. Firmus is, population-wise, is a pretty big planet. It's like in our top 8, right? 8, 9 systems. What are you doing? All right, so our development should be slowly ticking up. We just need to wait for them to be assimilated into our population. They are happy now, so that's good. Assimilation takes some time. I know there's some data out there on the internet about how long assimilation takes, and it varies by race. I'm not 100% sure how exactly that works or what those stats are. So I will just bide my time until it happens. I feel like this is already getting way better than it was. I mean, part of this is due to just solely due to development being better, but the cash loss has gone down pretty significantly. Yeah, support costs, unassimilated population. So 37%, it looks like that's the assimilation, like how assimilated they are. So it does kind of show you on this screen here. 5%, I'm assuming that's per year. So it's going to take quite some time to make that happen. But I think ultimately in the long run it'll be worth it. Improved temperate colonization, that's good. All right, new spaceport created. That makes sense because we're going to kind of make this into a little bit of a military hub, I think. Because it is a very sizable planet and population. I don't know why it's making a small spaceport. I'd rather it be a medium spaceport. It costs more money, but it's a better spaceport. Alright, so I don't know where these ships are coming from that are... Wait, why are we flying around their system getting our butt kicked? Oh, because we're just engaging over here. Looks like we're all kind of harassing each other a little bit. Kind of makes sense. Their shields are... I guess about the same as ours. He's not trying to jump away yet. Now his hyperdrive's offline. So we're probably going to take this ship out. Which I think is pretty fantastic. Yep, there it goes. Alright, we are engaged over here apparently. Oh, it's mostly stations. Interesting. Huh. Alright, well, you want to harass me, I'll harass you back. That is fine by me. Although we are, I'm sure, losing ships. We should probably retrofit and top up fleet. Yeah, look at that. How is this a tech fleet? Oh, I'm trying to top up, but I have no money. That makes sense. All right, can we stop getting in fights with people double our size? That would be great. I would appreciate that. All right, while that's all going on for essentially no reason, is there anything we can do? You know what? I might as well send Because this fleet's not doing anything. I might as well send it into the fray over here, right? And that's a bigger fleet to mess with. We are getting enhanced research, which hopefully will make a decent difference in our research production. It's not going to be, you know, crazy, but it'll hopefully be better. These guys are furious with us, which is, you know, whatever. They're definitely more powerful than us, but I'm hoping to scale up. I'm working on it. Decent amount of production and retrofitting going on here. Very negative on cash. Hoping that changes relatively soon. So we're 41% assimilated there. And it's getting better. Interesting that there's humans on this planet. Did the mangrove forest not stick? Oh, that's marshy swamp. Is there another mangrove forest planet? Oh, I think I accidentally applied that template to everything, all other mangrove forest planets. So that's not great. Let's take a quick look at one of these and just make sure. Oh, critical research failure. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you. Let's go ahead. I think the Boscarans are the only ones I don't have actually in my population at this point. Well, the Kuru are fine for this type of planet. Actually, you know, I take that back. I am sure I don't have a lot of these, like Securians, Chekturi. I don't think I have anybody that's like plus. All right, apply that to all mangrove colony forests. So humans should not be part of that because they do not have good enough quality for this type of planet. So let's take a quick gander. It looks like a fair amount of migrants are flopping around our systems. Our private economy is doing very well, $24 million in the bank. Our cash flow, maybe not so much. But as these get assimilated, that's going to make a pretty significant difference. I'm surprised to see this planet not as good as I would think it would be. So I'm hoping the migrants are coming from these planets that are, you know, mostly creeping up on capacity, right? Max capacity. I'm hoping that's where the population's like sending off and going to like these planets that are still trying to grow and fill their maximum population. I am going to force one of my spies if they're not doing it already. Like, yeah, this guy's got no mission. Let's do a internal stabilization campaign because I think it's been a couple of years since I've done that, and that will just help lower corruption across the board. It's not significant, but it's a little, and it makes a difference. And at this stage of the game, I think every little bit can help us out. So this number is slowly ticking downward, the amount of negative cash flow. So at this point, I just have to wait for it to turn kind of positive, and then I can hopefully start making a difference. I do want to take these other independent colonies over, but not at, you know, any cost. I do need my reputation to be a little bit better, just to hopefully avoid some scuffling while I'm trying to rebuild my fleets and rebuild my capacity. I didn't want to retrofit. I wanted to top up. Yeah. So at this point, I am just waiting for cash to turn positive. It looks like we are quite committed to engaging with the enemy in this system. I really don't want to be over here messing with them. I would appreciate if my ships stayed over here, attacking what I want them to attack. So I'm thinking I tell everybody, just come over here. And I'm thinking, just a thought, but I'm thinking I set the tactics. Let's just do normal, and then engagement range nearby. I think I'm gonna set everybody stronger targets neutral. I'm gonna retreat when, yeah, that's below. Okay, so I had some bad settings on this guy, but now we should be normal. So I'm thinking we, instead of same system, we do nearby. You know, maybe same location. Because that would be the planet, at least for now. And that way, hopefully they won't be jumping away and getting destroyed over here where they don't need to be. That's the hope anyway. We'll see what happens. Okay, somehow... are we... Is our ships coming back over here, or are we just getting beat up by these guys? Looks like we're doing some decent damage to their ships. I mean, this one's offline. Wait, did they just blow up? I can't tell if we're getting blown up or they're getting blown up. I feel like they're getting blown up more than I'm getting blown up. Yeah, there goes another one of their ships. There's another one of theirs. So all these little ships are just flying around, and whatever target they manage to catch on to just gets annihilated. Alright, well, we seem to be doing a decent amount of damage over there. These ships should be hopping out of there. They are. Maybe we'll lure some of them in by us. Did we really just have a second critical research failure there? Dense fuel storage, that's awesome. So that gives us more range. Optimized thrust, I don't really know if that's better or worse than what we already have in our ships. We did do the internal stabilization. We see that went from like -100, -90 to -62. So that seems to be helping a little bit with the corruption side of things. I'm very curious to see if they just keep hopping in little piecemeal at a time and we're able to just decimate them. That would be ideal, because then we just chip away at them without any risk to us. Oh, it looks like our fuel ships are coming over here to refuel, and then they're getting attacked by these guys. All right, well, they are coming over here and getting engaged. It is very skippy. Well, I'll take this ratio of destruction any day of the week. We're doing a lot of damage to them. I'm seeing all their ships get destroyed. I'm not really seeing anything happen to ours, but we're also fighting on home turf with a bunch of bases chipping into the destruction. So, it's great. Well, let's just keep doing that. This I don't understand, because I manually instructed every ship to go over there, or every fleet to go over there, and they still hopped over here, which is what I didn't want them to do. All right, well, let's get back over there. We're playing the negative cash flow game again, which is always fun. Come on, why would you engage with something like this? Even if my settings are goofy, I know I said it, like, don't engage with something that's way more powerful than you. And they clearly are, which is not good. Oh, wow, they got a lot of ships over here now. So we are doing battle. They're sending entire fleets over here now. Alright, you guys clearly are not listening. Get over here. Everybody over here. No attacking spaceports. None of that stuff. I am going to change your command. Maybe I was being too generous when I said engagement range. Well, this one says nearby. You know what? Maybe it's the fleet engagement range that I'm doing wrong. So let's just set all of that to nearby and see if maybe, at least for now, if that keeps them locked up where I want them to be locked up. Because if I can get everybody in the same spot, we stand a pretty good chance of taking these guys out, or at least doing a fairly significant damage to their fleet, rather than my fleet just being constantly decimated. Yeah, now they're actually hitting our defense batteries pretty good. Yeah, this is not good. Too many of our ships flew away, and now we're getting roasted in this engagement. I'm hoping we sneak up behind them and do some damage. We got 900,000 strength in the system. Agents captured. That's not good. Well, we are very negative cash flow. I'm hoping, it looks like we're concentrating our fire all in one spot, which is great. Hopefully, if they just keep hopping right back to here a little bit at a time, we can do some significant damage to them. All right, looks like most of my fleets are staying in the same spot now. So I think I just had the setting wrong. All right, are they hopping out of wherever they are? I hope. Yeah, seems like they were being very dumb, being overly aggressive with their engagement. Now they're hopping out. Hopefully not all of them follow. If we could take a little at a time, that would be great. All right, you guys, I don't know why you just don't listen. So I want you all to come over here. There you go. Jumped out. That is fantastic. All right, so I think if we just concentrate all of our ships, and by the way, the main reason I'm doing this and just like babysitting this is I'm just waiting for this cash flow to get positive, and it's kind of filling the time a little bit while I'm waiting for that to happen. I think this is kind of the fun part of the game. It's watching all these ships destroy everything. Need to build more of these defensive things. Can I build a base? Do I have enough money? No, I do not. Perfect, though. Just send a little in at a time, especially your troop ships, because then I'm destroying your troops too. They have a huge buildup over here, but we actually have more power concentrated in this area of the system than they do at the moment. So if they come at us, they're in trouble. So I kind of feel like if we can get away with it, let's see, disabled. Oh, I'm missing resources. Okay, well that makes some sense. What is going on here? What are we building here? Oh, Zip shuttles. Okay, so these are the shuttles for the planetary fighter base. Okay. Keep on sending little clumps of ships at a time, dude. With troops on them. That's so good. So good. Please be dumb. Okay, we got enhanced research. So hopefully that will help our research performance in some way, shape, or form. I just heard a whole bunch of messages pop up in the background while I'm trying to scroll through the screen here. Terminal operations. Interesting. I just don't have enough money to do this. Well, I don't have enough money to do anything, so... Rapid research, rapid surge, that's fine. Once I get a decent chunk of cash, I gotta start at least one research project. I also need to rebuild my fleets, but we're gonna have them all just hang around here for the time being, because they seem to be foolish enough to send little waves of ships at us. And we actually seem to be doing a decent job at taking them out. Come on, give me a little more money. Can I start any project? Massive energy beams. So we don't have the... It's just the money, okay. So we have the ability, we just don't have the money for some of this stuff. Alright, I think we went negative again while we were paused somehow. That's fine. Alright, let's take a quick gander at our colonies. look by population. So now we are positive over here now. We're 66% assimilated. Things are turning positive finally. Eventually it will be very positive, I imagine. This one's still kind of limping along, but their assimilation rate seems to be slower somehow, even though it's the same percentage. We do have a Kuru. Interesting. What is their satisfaction on this planet? They're fine with it. Okay. All right. Well, that is some cash. Nope. It just went negative as I clicked on that. Perfect. So their assimilation rate is 5%. Or no, the reproduction rate is 5%. Assimilation just says 67%. So I don't know what the rate of assimilation is, but it only gets better. So we're just going to keep on waiting for things to tick in the right direction. Keep being dumb. And just landing right in the middle of a giant fleet of ships. Please. I really want to start a research project, but just, I can't. We are stealing some stuff still. This is our best spy. I think everything left is just too risky for the automated system to even attempt to steal. So we just kind of gotta wait. Back to negative 101. I don't know, the fluctuations are so significant. I don't know what our colony ships are doing or not doing. So Shabby Miracle, this is plus 35 and it's in our range. There's no reason not to land us on there, right? That's Dhayut, which are just fine here. If we look at the next best one, that is, where's that at? It's in a cloud, but it is clearly in our territory. So we should be able to land on that without much of a problem. And we will use this ship for that. Now, these guys are continental. They're like the humans. So is there any marsh or grassland planets we should try to colonize? Everything that has an icon is already colonized by somebody, so I don't, or they're independent colonies. So we don't want to try to do anything that has an icon there. Maybe not priority, but let's do distance from capital. And then we'll just click on our capital here. We have an ice planet. All right, this is Marshy Swamp. I think we can very easily send this guy over here to colonize. I'm not sure why it has a indicator on it, saying that there's something scary there. We kind of got to keep the colonization game going, even if we're in the negative on cash flow. Just population is king in this game. Cash will eventually catch up. All right, so I am looking for something that is positive, like above 20, and is continental. You know, I don't think I have any species that are aquatic. You're forest. Where are you at? Oh, you're pretty close. Yeah, we could totally colonize you. I don't care that there's somebody else's mining thing there. All right, is there anywhere else I could send these last 2 human colony ships? I'm gonna zoom out just so I can get a better look as to where these things are. You are a forest planet. You can absolutely go colonize that. And that wasn't even that far from our capital. All right, one more. Then we're at least using up everything that we have. So who's plus 30 here? The Akaro and the Akonish. I mean, plus 30 is not bad. We could go aquatic. All right, so these are all out of range. Mostly. That would be nice. Just out of range. Okay, well that is, I guess, enough for the time being. There's one colony ship we're not going to be able to send out at the moment, but that's all right. Let's take a look at... There's a lot of independent colonies. What happened to these guys? Did they lose a ton of... Maybe I overlooked it, but I thought they didn't lose that many colonies. That is crazy. That's a lot. All right, this is our guy here, right? Yes, this is our guy. Our negative Nancy. Okay. I'm wondering if that spy thing wore off. So let's send him on a internal stabilization mission. I'm thinking that might have worn off, and things are turning deeper into the negative now as a result. So let's try to stabilize that. Okay, we have a relatively equal-sized military in the system, but I'm hoping it's divided up in a way where, yes, where they're being dumb. Yes, just get absolutely destroyed. Are these all, like, just little ships chipping away at this thing? It looks like they're not doing any damage. Is that a visual glitch, or is that actually happening? It seems very odd. They should be doing damage if they're that close. Well, there's more ships coming. Maybe these are just visually glitched, but these incoming ships should hopefully actually destroy that ship. Or they'll just add to the pile of things that aren't actually killing the ship. That seems very strange to me. Alright, let's try to solve this. Maybe Attack Fleet 2 can come on over here and put an end to this, whatever this is. No, don't move to that. Attack this ship. Okay. That was very strange. All those ships were, like, committed, but they weren't actually doing any damage to it. Very interesting. Alright, so somehow we're flipping more and more into negative cash flow. Alright, internal stabilization. That's good. It didn't help. We're still very, very negative. So where exactly is all the money going or not coming? Is it like development, or like what exactly is going on that's causing the problem? I feel like most of these planets are not that negative. Like almost every planet is positive. And even the ones that are negative are getting more positive. Like this one was negative 40 and now it's positive 6,000. Interesting. All right, we just colonized 2 more planets, which again, I know that has a drain, right? Like we could look at this and see it's negative 2,700, but I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss as to why it's so negative here. Well, I guess let's flip over to our economy screen. I mean, facility maintenance is definitely a big portion of it. Ship maintenance, definitely costing a fair bit of change. So those 2 things are very expensive. Our income is just not meeting those numbers. So that's kind of where it is, but we just need our economy to, you know, get better. So tourism, I feel like that number might have gone down a little bit. Let's take a quick look at resort locations. So it's private economy expense, and the private economy has a ton of money. So why does it say I can't afford to build it? Certainly is a lot of places. So I think part of the issue is the private economy is not really doing much of anything at the moment. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of cash from it, but all right, here we go. Let's crank out some of these, the friendly territory. I'm just gonna click on all of these that are in the positive. I don't think there's any reason not to have as many research, or I should say resort bases as possible. Also research bases, but I don't think... How am I not building all of these too? I do need a fleet to clear Mars out. Somehow we managed to get Terra without much of a problem, but this planet needs to be cleared out and colonized. All right, these guys still being dumb down here? Judging by that symbol, I'd say yes. Yes. Perfect. I mean, they're just wasting resources. They're literally throwing them in the trash. Just keep sending them on in. Then again, for some reason, we're kind of doing the same thing over here, and I don't know why. These guys should not be engaging over here at all. All right, here we go. Okay, there's another new colony founded. Let's try to... We're at positive 204K. I'm gonna try to sneak in a research project, even if it's just a garbage project. just something to get going. This is super laggy. 2 days for high energy payload. Yes. I will pay all costs. Water colonization, yes, add that to the queue. Apparently we're not stealing this stuff anymore. So let's just go ahead and add all of it to the queue while I have the cash to do it. Multi-phase capacitors. All right, some of these might take some time. Let's go ahead and run with that. We probably went a little overboard and now we're in negative cash, but it's all right. At least we have stuff queued up now to research. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Probably not very well for them, I'd imagine. And we lost the ship too. So not great for us. All right, there we go. Took out 4 of their ships at the cost of 1 of ours. Decent trade. Not great, not terrible. I am, while I'm positive cash, I think I am going to go try to top up some of these ships. Again, not fully understanding why some of these ships are not where they should be. Are they trying to repair here? It looks like they are. Let's try to repair. Some of those ships are pretty damaged. Okay, we are at 45 colonies. 150,000 million population, which is pretty good. It's growing. Just out of curiosity, I just want to take a quick gander at my nemesis here that I'm engaged in perpetual combat with, who currently, it says, has a no military strength of 1 million, so not that much bigger than mine. Their population is, whoa, they lost a lot of colonies, and their population is actually smaller than mine now. So there is a chance that I could be caught up to these guys. I'm certainly surpassing them population-wise, but if I can keep chipping away at their apparently shrinking military and eventually weaken them down to the point where my population far exceeds them, which to some extent it already does. Oh, you know what? These yellow guys have been coming in and are attacking them because they've expanded over in this direction. So I think they've been kind of exhausting them and taking a lot of their military. You know, what's not over here engaged with me all the time. So I'm thinking what I need to do before these yellow guys get too much more powerful, I need to sneak in here and start taking out some of these guys' planets. But I really can't do any of this until my cash flow is a little more positive than it currently is. Because I need to build more ships. I have no troops on any transport, so I need to get that going. I'd love to take over some of this stuff here just so I can expand to this whole side of the galaxy. And if I could do that, I could wrap around and maybe like kind of corner these guys here. I would really hate for this whole block to go to war with me, because I would be toast. There's nothing I could do there. So yeah, so I think, like, ignoring the economy, which I apparently have been doing this entire game, I think we're headed in the right direction. We are continually growing. We have 45 colonies now. We have more on the way. I have at least 1 more on the way, but I do want to colonize Mars and all that stuff. Yeah, so I think our goal is, while these guys are getting softened up by the yellow guys, I think we got to swoop in here and try to take as much as we can. A lot of independent colonies here we can kind of capture as we go and try to make that part of our system. And if we could colonize like all of this stuff along here, we don't need to immediately engage with these guys. We just need to build up capacity and build up population, which we're definitely doing. I mean, we've gotten a lot bigger and stronger than we were even just last episode. So I think we have a good game plan and path. It keeps changing and shifting over time, but I think that's where we're at right now. So that's the plan. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.